Welcome gamers, welcome back to Gamers Bay. It's Daniel, and today we're going to take a look at Midway's classic Formula racing game from back in 2000 called Kart Fury. So the first thing to note about this game is that while it does show a working status in emulators like MAME, the emulation actually isn't perfect and the car centering is way off. Now, regardless of which vehicle you choose to race with, all of them pull very hard to the left during virtually every race, and attempting to recalibrate the controls for whatever device you're using to play with doesn't really seem to remedy this situation. Now, as for the gameplay itself, the opponents are super aggressive, and they will often ram into you from virtually all sides, often causing you to wipe out completely as a result. Now, passing checkpoints fills your boost meter, which is quite limited, and there's honestly no other way to charge it up except for crossing those checkpoints. Now, there's also a super boost, which despite its visual effects, is actually worse than the standard boost. It's not as fast, but it also gives you the ability to wipe out virtually any vehicles in your path. It'll just plow right through them, and I thought that was a pretty cool feature, to be honest. Now, your vehicles do take damage from scrubbing against walls and hitting opponents, and this can slow you down as well. Now, the game features 10 tracks from a number of international locales, including from North America, Germany, Brazil, and Canada, among others. The game also features a season and simulation modes. Now, the game also featured some notable names in terms of racing legends, such as Michael Andretti, Brian Herta, Juan Montoya, and Jimmy Vasser, among others. Now, besides the original arcade title, Kart Fury was also ported to the Sony PlayStation 2 console back in 2001 in both North America and European markets. Now, while the PS2 version is certainly more stable, we decided to go ahead and go with the original arcade version for this video, since we just so happen to review a lot of arcade games on this channel. Now, the arcade and PS2 versions also had separate soundtracks. The arcade version soundtrack was composed by Dan Forden, while the PS2 version featured a licensed soundtrack that included tracks from the heavy metal rock band Disturbed, as well as from the hip-hop group Outkast. Now, the word kart actually stands for Championship Auto Racing Teams, the American Open Wheel Formula Racing Circuit. Kart was actually founded by the United States Auto Club. So, really cool game. I had a lot of fun playing this. I'll be honest, I really do prefer the PS2 version. It's a lot more stable, whether you're playing it directly on your console or through emulation such as PCSX2. Now, PCSX2, of course, you can upscale the graphics a bit, so it's going to be a lot cleaner, and it can be a lot cleaner looking. It's going to play a lot smoother. But overall, the arcade version was great. It kind of sets you up for failure, though, because your opponents are just faster. I mean, there's really nothing you can do. They are going to outpace you no matter what. And like I said, they are super aggressive. They're just going to slam into you. By the way, you can also knock your opponents out of the way as well, especially if you come up from behind them. You can really give them a good nudge and just slam them into a wall and bust them into pieces. Overall, it's a really good game. One track, the Frankfurt, Germany track, actually has some really cool jumps, and I did include that track in the video, as you can get some pretty good air. Now, my only complaint about this game is that it's really not fair as far as your opponent's speed. It just seems like no matter what you do, you really can't catch up to them. At times, they always get ahead of you. But overall, it was a decent game, and it was definitely notable for the time that it came out, too. There just wasn't a lot of Formula racing games like this. You had the Daytona series from Sega. That was spot on. That was super popular. Certainly, this game did not live up to the fame and fortune of games like Daytona, but it was still a lot of fun to play. So anyways, that is Kart Fury, what did you think about this game? Have you played this before? Have you played the arcade version or the PS2 version? Let me know in the comments below what you think about it. So anyways, if you like this video, please do consider giving a thumbs up and subscribing to stay up to date with our latest videos. I'm going to go ahead and tune out now, but I'm going to continue to play through the game, and you're welcome to continue to watch. And until next time, take care.
Select a driver. Ryan Herda. Select your driver. Easy. Automatic. We are seconds away from the start.
Get ready to race. 3, 2, 1, go!
The green flag is out and we are racing.